In this particular video, we're talking politics. And I came across something very interesting, which I'm going to cook on here for the next 20 minutes or so. And reports that came out that Joe Biden and his Vice President Kamala Harris are beefing with each other. Now, many news outlets have pointed out that back in February, they were spotted together almost all the time. They attended like 38 public events in February. If you rewind it back to the time where they were first inaugurated as president and vice president, now they only attended like 7 events together. That's a steep decline. Now, Kamala Harris has not done herself any favors. She was given the task of quelling the issues at the southern border. And if you go back to that infamous interview she did with Lester Holt, where Lester Holt basically threw her some of the most softball questions you can ask for a sitting vice president to address whatever issue that was going on at the southern border, she botched that interview really bad. And she botched that interview so bad to the point she had to attend interview training at the direction of Joe Biden. Now, word has it that she was upset that she wasn't given an all-star portfolio. But the problem I have with that is, you're not an all-star candidate. So how can she be mad about not being given an all-star portfolio when she's not even an all-star candidate? She's not qualified to be a vice president. For someone to be so incompetent, she's very egotistical. You didn't deserve to be a vice president. You only got that off the establishment Democrats pressuring Biden to put a quote-unquote woman of color in that position. And you're not black. Back when she was a senator, she was Asian. She was parading around media outlets and other outlets internationally to carry herself as an Asian. It was only she was running for president on Martin Luther King Day, right? So let me understand something. This is a classic case of grandstanding. You couldn't pick no other day to announce your candidacy for president. You had to pick it on Martin Luther King Day, right? On Martin Luther King Day, a day where, you know, it should be specifically for black people, but it's not. Everybody got that day off. What's up, Luda Ryder? So you had to pick Martin Luther King Day to throw your candidacy to be president, and then you're one of the first ones to drop out. After Tulsi Gabbard outed your record, right? And look, Tulsi Gabbard, she didn't really have to do all that much work because the new voices of black media and people outside the new voices of black media have been parading around this woman's reprehensible record. All you have to do is just look up a few articles, watch a few videos with Laura Bazelon. Laura Bazelon was doing interviews with Democracy Now! Where she was basically exploiting Kamala Harris's falsehood as a progressive. Because she was parading around here like she was a progressive, and the only thing was gotten progressively worse was her lies. That's the only thing that got progressive about Kamala Harris. She did not deserve to be vice president, period. She couldn't even carry 10% of the vote in California. Matter of fact, she was like 5th in her home state. Now, you would think a woman that's from California, the largest state, one of the largest states in the country as far as population go, you would figure that if she was well liked, if she was well received, if she was well respected, people would show up in droves to support this woman. And they did not. They profoundly and utterly rejected this woman. And only because George Floyd got killed by Derek Chauvin, which the Democratic Party, they keep on shooting themselves in the foot with the hypocrisy, given this woman's record as a prosecutor, and yet you still made her the vice president. You considered Amy Klobuchar, right? Biden, you considered Amy Klobuchar, but what happened in Minneapolis with George Floyd took her out of consideration when it was outed that Amy Klobuchar was a prosecutor. So you don't consider Amy Klobuchar qualified, but you consider Kamala Harris is. And her record is just as bad, if not worse. But she got nerve to run her mouth talk about how she ain't getting an all-star portfolio. Well, ma'am, you're not an all-star candidate. Okay? Period. Well, she can try to take over all she wants to, Lou. The problem is she don't have the backing. She don't got no support. She don't have the support. So if you're going to do a hostile takeover, at least you got to have the support. But she's alienated everybody. If you talk to former staffers, if you talk to former aides, they don't like this woman. Nobody likes Kamala Harris. Nobody. Look, she couldn't even run a proper campaign when she was running for president. You had staff members excoriating her. You have aides that talk shit about her. No one likes this woman. It's so bad to the point she might get replaced by Pete Buttigieg. That's how bad it is right now with her. It's so bad between Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. They're not even going to events together. Think about this, y'all. They went from 38 back in February to 7 in September or in October. How do you go from 38 events in February when you first get inaugurated to only like 7 events in September and October? How do you do that? And it took the Democratic Party a long time to establish the fact that she is incompetent. Like I've been warning people for over the last year or so when it came to this woman. When Too Raw and I came on live on a live stream, and we were trying to figure out who Joe Biden was going to pick as a VP. Initially we thought that there was no way they was going to put Kamala Harris as the VP. There was no way, given her record, given her inability to govern, her reprehensible record as a prosecutor, all that stuff, right? There's no way Biden's going to pick her as a prosecutor, especially after she called him a racist when they were debating each other. In that first presidential debate, she called him a racist when she gave that story about busing. So how can she go call this man a racist, and then all of a sudden now we supposed to forget all that when she got appointed his running mate? She's incompetent. And I think Joe Biden's starting to see that. Hell, I'm not even in the White House, and I can tell she's incompetent. So, does this surprise you that there's a rift in the White House? Kamala thinks she is bigger than what she thinks she is. Joe Biden's looking at her as this woman's incompetent. I can't give her no job or whatever like that. I can't get this woman to do a good job on nothing. I gave her a job to quell the issues at the southern border. She botches the interview with Lester Holt on NBC News. There was reports about infighting within her inner circle. Infighting now. I talked about this a couple months ago about how there was reports of infighting within the Kamala Harris's administration. And this is the direct reflection on the Biden administration, because all the motherfuckers work for Joe Biden. Every last one of them. But within Kamala Harris's inner circle, within her position, to where she's hiring the press secretary, her own press secretary, her own deputy secretary, all these people that's in her supposed cabinet. There's reports of infighting within her administration. What's up, Kasim Baker? Which goes back to what I keep saying about this woman. She is incompetent. This is her ceiling. Without Joe Biden picking her to be the vice president, there was no way this woman is going to even so much as sniff the White House without someone appointing her. So, reports of infighting, reports of them having a rift within the White House to where they're hardly seen with each other and all that, that's not surprising. That's not surprising at all. And I have it on good faith that this was not Joe Biden's first choice. This was a choice that was thrust upon him. But this wasn't Joe Biden's first choice. Come on, why you think it took him so long to try to figure out who he wanted as his VP when he won the nomination? Normally, that was something you would know within a week or so. If not sooner than that. It took Biden months to determine who was going to be his VP. That just goes to show you right there that Kamala Harris was not his first choice. I don't even think she was on that list. Now, the mainstream media will tell you that, right? The white media will tell you that Kamala Harris was one of the few choices of Joe Biden for vice president. But truth be told, using my critical thinking skills, right? Kamala Harris was not his first choice. If that was the case, he would already named her the vice president as soon as he won the nomination. She's incompetent. And they're starting to see that now. She was down here last week trying to make a final push along with Obama, Joe Biden himself, and Stacey Abrams. All these all-star Democrats was out down here last week politicking for goddamn on Terry McAuliffe. And how'd that work out? How'd that work out, y'all? Or, I'm going to give y'all a spoiler alert. It didn't work out. It didn't work out. They lost. Terry McAuliffe, a goddamn old Clinton crony, lost his re-election bid to a guy who has never held public office on any level. And if you saw Kamala Harris's pitch to get people to go out there and vote for this clown and Terry McAuliffe, it was cringeworthy at best. I wouldn't have Kamala Harris endorse Campbell's soup, let alone endorsing a candidate for goddamn any public office. Her endorsement doesn't carry any water at all. At all. It don't carry no weight. Just because you can go out there and so-called dance to Cardi B, who's not even black, right? You think that was going to get us out there and vote for your trifling ass? You thought just because you went to Sylvia's out there in Harlem and all that, and did you give up? Them 5 Keebler elves would be like, look, we can operate without you. You just stand over there and look ugly, all right? You look like a banshee anyway. Let's continue making these cookies and these crackers, y'all. Let's go. We on a time crunch. That's what them Keebler elves would say to her. She ain't qualified to be no goddamn old vice president. You kidding me? And she got nerve to talk, but she ain't got no all-star portfolio. You're not an all-star candidate. You ain't even half a star candidate. Hell, they're looking at Booty Boy or Booty Juice, or Booty Jig. They're looking at Pete Buttigieg to replace her. Now I ain't no fan of Butt Man, but hey, you gotta give the dude the opportunity, man, because she ain't cutting it. She ain't it, right? If you had her go, look, do a simple project, Joe Biden. You want to see how well you doing for your midterm next year and for your re-election campaign? Go have her endorse Chick-fil-A. And if Chick-fil-A sales is on the decline after her endorsement of that commercial, that should tell you everything you need to know. Just go have her endorse Chick-fil-A. Hey, have her do a Chick-fil-A commercial and see what happens. If Monday, so next Monday, right, you have her do Chick-fil-A commercial, right? And right now, on Monday, there's all kinds of cars circling around Chick-fil-A. And if on Wednesday, so if there was 40 cars, if there was 400 cars on Monday, and come Wednesday there's only 200 cars, that should tell you everything you need to know, Joe Biden. This woman ain't it. She is not the it factor. She's not. She's not. But then again, it shouldn't have to take a guy like me playing the background to tell you that. Because I could have told you that way before you even thought about picking this Bama to be your goddamn vice president. A White House rep. What the hell is she riffing about? Because people ain't walking the worshiping the ground she walk on. Motherfucker, you was a side chick. You got no side chick call herself being some goddamn boss or some shit. You was downtown Willie Brown's side chick. Getting fucked every day and twice on Sunday. And yeah, you calling yourself parading around here like you calling some shots. You don't call no goddamn shots. The only reason why you got that position because of Joe Biden. And Joe Biden had to be forgiven at you for you calling him a racist. But yeah, you want some all-star portfolio. Well, how about you act like an all-star vice president? How about you put out some policy? Oh, I know. Hey, I got one suggestion for you. Camel toe, oh camel toe. Right? I got one suggestion. Hey, start pushing for reparations. Then maybe, just maybe, we might forget all that bullshit you did when you was a prosecutor. Then, if you out here push reparations for black folks and only black folks, then we might have a sudden case of amnesia. You don't want to do that, huh? You don't want to do that. You don't want to push reparations for black people. What about underqualified immunity? We'll forget all that bullshit you did with George Gage. and Jamal Truelove. We'll forget all that bullshit you did with them if you start pushing for ending qualified immunity and defunding the police. Or you don't want to do that, huh? What's up, James? You don't want to do that? Okay, well, if you don't want to do that, then guess what? I ain't got nothing else for you. Why you and Joe Biden have a rift in the White House? Weren't y'all inseparable? Weren't y'all this dynamic duo? Weren't y'all like the Wonder Twins? Wonder Twin powers, activate! Them people not sold on Kamala Harris. No, the donors are not sold on her either. There was a report last week about how the donor class, the donors, now if you don't know who the donor class is, that's all the wealthy millionaires and billionaires and people that operate behind the scenes and all that, right? People who donate money to these members of the party. They're concerned about Kamala Harris. So if the donor class is concerned about Kamala Harris, you don't think Joe Biden is? But she over there complaining like someone owe her something. No one owe you nothing. Get a cucumber or a dick slapped across your face, bitch. No one owes you nothing. And then what's up with you? Talk about the black community owe you an apology. The fuck out of here. The fuck out of here. Ain't nobody owe you no goddamn apology. After all the atrocities you done to the black community, and yet you got the temerity, the unmitigated gall, the nerve to talk about the black community owe you an apology. No, someone owe you a foot in your ass. Or a foot long, whatever makes your bacon sizzle. Talk about the black community owe you an apology. Well, man, ain't nobody owe you no goddamn apology. If anything, you owe us an apology. For one, putting your ass out there in the forefront masquerading as a black woman. And you could bring your condescending ass on TV, and while you making that apology, you can say it like this. Good evening, my fellow citizens. I am Vice President Kamala Harris. And I just want y'all to know that I am very sorry for masquerading myself as a black woman. It took a really long time for me to process this information, as I was trying to use this as leverage to get the black vote and then go back to my normal self. So I just wanted to take the opportunity right now in this very moment to say that I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being a side chick to a 60-year-old man. I'm sorry for cocking my legs up to a washed up has-been of a talk show host, Montel Williams. But yeah, you complain about being Joe Biden shorting you, right? He setting you up the field. Joe Biden setting you up the field. All right, whatever. The fuck out of here. Joe Biden ain't setting you up the field. You sabotage your own goddamn career, woman. So I'm just curious, right? What is this rift about? Huh? What is the rift about? Is Joe Biden not catering to your every need, right? Is that where's that dirty tennis ball head ass woman, Simone Sanders? She was out there tackling motherfuckers out there in rallies and shit. She out there taking bullets for Joe Biden. And what did she get for for her, allegiance to Joe Biden. Did she get the White House press secretary job? No, she didn't get it, right? They gave it to a white woman who looks like Peppermint Patty off Peanuts. That's who they give that motherfucker to. How'd you lose that? Simone Sanders, I know you're trying to get your shape up, right? I know you're trying to get a shape up right now, Simone Sanders. Let me ask you something, Simone Sanders. How do you lose that White House press secretary job to a woman who looked like Peppermint Patty off Peanuts? Huh? How'd you do that? How'd you do that? I just want to know, Simone Sanders. And then don't put on this facade. Don't put on this front like you don't need that job. Because you was running around here tackling people at fucking rallies like you were trying out for the Chicago Bears. So let me get this straight. You go from kicking ass and taking names to kissing ass and making coffee, right? But that's who Kamala Harris that's who you want to do your support behind, right? Joe Biden kicks you to the curb. Kamala Harris picks you up like the piece of trash you are. Got it. I got it. So, why'd y'all have to hire all these new staffers and all that? Right? What happened to Corinne Jean-Pierre? Right? The alphabet woman. The alphabet immigrant. That's her name. Corinne Jean-Pierre. Right? Oh yeah, her kneecaps got scraped off years ago. Willie Brown got them shits. Willie Brown got that shit in a frame somewhere in this goddamn mansion somewhere. Probably got in the bathroom when he want to beat off with his 84-year-old Viagra taking ass. Anyway, hey, what's your name? Yeah, Camel Toe. Oh, Camel Toe. Hey, where you at, Camel Toe? Hey, we ain't done with you yet. What you complaining about? Huh? Didn't you get everything you wanted? You wanted to be vice president, right? Did you not get the fucking, did you not get your own cabinet? Did you not get your own, place? Because, hey, the vice president's house on the other side of town in D.C., right? You got everything you wanted. You got the first gentleman and a guy that you met on a blind date, let you tell it, right? You got everything you wanted. So what you mad about? What you mad about? You didn't think that you was going to try to run in 2024, right? Kamala Harris, you can't be serious right now. You cannot actually think that you're going to run in 2024. You couldn't sell cheese to a fucking rat, and yet you think you could be president? Oh man, hey, they got some drugs getting sold to the White House or some shit because this woman here really thinks she could be president in 2024. She really think that. Exactly, Maximus Routine, you crazy as fuck. Salute to my boy Maximus Routine in the building. She really thinks she could be president in 2024. Really, bro? Really? Like I say, you couldn't sell. Hey, DC got all kind of rats out there in four-legged form and in two-legged form, and you can't sell cheese to none of them rats. So how the fuck can you think you go out there and be on the goddamn presidential ticket in 2024? Woman, if you don't get the fuck out of here, you been lost the black vote. When you sat on that interview with the grill with that woman, and that woman asked you, do you support reparations? And you sat down there with all that swag right there, your pussy you swishing from one side to the other. I'm not going to sit here and do anything that's only going to benefit black people. No. Remember that shit? We forgot. Yeah, had your black girl magic going on then, right? I'm not going to sit here and do anything that's going to bring black people now. Yeah, The Lift Act. You over there talking about the Lift Act. Hey, I'm performing the Lift Act right now because I'm thirsty as fuck. That's my Lift Act. The Lift Act. What the fuck some Lift Act supposed to do? See, y'all keep playing games with us with this bullshit, right? If it ain't symbolisms, it's little bullshit like that. You think we gonna get out of our seat and in our car and slave through hours of traffic and slave through long lines at a school just to have some old crusty ass motherfucker who got one foot in the grave give me some sticker talking about I voted just so I could check your fucking name? The fuck out of here. You got me, you think I'm shit. Ain't no fucking way I'm doing all that. I will take my election day, which is a federal holiday, and I will clip my toenails. I will go to Walmart, find a Kool-Aid pack, and I'll make some Kool-Aid before I do some shit like that. What's up, Chris Wink? I'll go on a free porn site and jack off to Adrian Meyer before I do some shit like that. There's some old people right now that would rather sit down and watch The Young and the Restless, right, at 12:30, go off at 1:30 Eastern Standard Time, call their girlfriend up and talk about what Victor Newman did like it really happened. They take their ass out to some polling place and vote for your trifling ass. In other words, we will stay home because when you want to call yourself trying to patronize the black community and you haven't delivered anything and you literally came out your mouth and say that you weren't going to do anything for black people, then why in the hell should we get out of our seat and in our car, slaving through traffic, slaving through long-ass lines just to click your name? James, boy, you stupid. James, boy, you stupid. Hell, boy. For real. So there's a rift, so in case y'all just walked in, right? There is a rift in the White House. There's an ongoing rift in the White House. Camel toe, oh camel toe, don't feel the love from Joey B. I just want you to pay attention to me. Oh, camel toe. Yeah. We want tangibles. And don't think that you can just sit up here and pass some bullshit ass bill about National Hip Hop Celebration Month like that's supposed to get me out my seat to go vote. How the hell does National Hip Hop Celebration Month benefit black people? There's people out there right now struggling to pay their rent. There's people out there struggling to pay their car note, their car insurance and all that. And you want to pass a bill talking about National Hip Hop History Month? What the fuck does that do to benefit black people? And before anybody watch this video and get themselves in the tizzy, oh man, you being disrespectful. Well, that woman disrespected us. So as far as I see it, teach his own. You can't sit up here and disrespect us on a daily basis and then I'm supposed to roll out the red carpet for you? Fuck out of here. It ain't going down like that. Max was voting you stupid. Look like Igor? Igor, you funny. For real. I'm just telling the truth. I'm just telling it like it is. You don't get to disrespect us, and yet we supposed to and you come out here on site, and we supposed to just roll out the red carpet and put down rose petals and sing your praises like you did something. What the fuck you did for us to be singing your praises? Huh? What you did? I just want to know. maybe, I got a lot going on in my life right now. I'm trying to make ends meet, trying to get back on my feet and all that type of shit. So maybe I missed it. Can anyone tell me? Anyone that's watching this video, anyone that's going to watch this video, can anybody tell me what the Kamala Harris do to deserve this kind of royalty? What'd she do? I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know. What I do know is this woman is incompetent and she's unqualified. And look, and you guys in the mainstream media ain't no amount of resetting, recycling, redoing, repackaging, ain't none of that shit gonna fucking work to get me to believe that this woman here's got it for the black community. It ain't gonna work. If you're trying to move the country forward, right? Think about this, y'all. And this is part of what's going on in the Democratic Party. Same thing in the Republican Party, right? The people that's trying to drive the country, the people that's making the decisions, motherfuckers is in their 80s. Think about this, y'all. Stephen from Django, Jim Clyburn, that motherfucker like 83 years old. Nancy Pelosi, looking like a Mrs. Potato Head. She on her 80s. Chuck Schumer is 70. Goddamn, Steny Hoyer is like 82 years old. These motherfuckers old as fuck. Them motherfuckers probably was there when Moses parted the Red Sea. And yet they're the ones making the decisions, moving the country forward? Really? And then let's look at the young ones. The young ones that's in politics right now. On the left, they're too scared, and on the right, they're too stupid. Don't know what I'm talking about? Well, I'm gonna break it down, right? On the left, in Congress, right? You got people who too scared, like AOC and Cori Bush. Oh, they put on the front on TV, but behind the scenes they bend to the will of these old motherfuckers. And on the right, they're too stupid. In the Republican Party, you got that dumbass Lauren Boebert, and you got that even dumb motherfucker in Madison Cawthorn who roll around town in a wheelchair, looking like goddamn Blofeld off James Bond. All he missing is a motherfucking white cat. That's all he missing right now. This motherfucker, this dumbass white supremacist in a fucking wheelchair running his mouth talking about, oh man, we need to go to war. The fuck out of here. You can't go to war. You can't barely stand, motherfucker. How about you win that war first? Stand up for me. Stand up for me and stand up for like a minute or so. And if you can do that, Master Cawthorn, then guess what? You won your personal war, motherfucker. But I can't trust you with a gun. Hell, I couldn't trust your ass with a super soaker, motherfucker. Fuck out of here, bitch. You ain't shit. Take your white supremacist ass on somewhere else. Oh yeah, that's right. You can't do that. Unless you got that one. Do you have a remote control wheelchair, sir? Do you have one of those? Hey, maybe I can go. I'm pretty sure Big Lots got one of them things on layaway. All right. Get you one of them little wheelchair thingies for Christmas with the remote control on it. All right? Fuck out of here, bitch. Now let's get back on camel toe. Oh, camel toe. Hey, I don't know what your problem is. You shouldn't have that position in the first place, but you got it. So you run around here botching interviews, botching policies, don't know where the wind blow, and you stick your finger in your mouth if it wasn't in the crack of your ass 3 hours earlier, and you put your finger up in the sky to see where the wind blow, and that's the direction you're going. Okay? But yet you want to call yourself acting like you did something for the country and acting like you did something for the black community when you clearly haven't. If you don't get the fuck out of here, and yeah, you over here talk about, oh man, there's this rift because no one's treating me with respect. Well, you haven't earned any. Now, I'm trying to put your trifling ass on game for free 99. All right? Look, no one likes you. No one respects you. You call yourself running for 2024. You will not even get 10% of the vote, right? And do not try and bring the sorority class, that Alpha Kappa Alpha, all them skiwi hoes around here. Cause, whoa, you think one or two of them motherfuckers talking up for you could get to swing the needle for the black vote? No. We already know you for what you are. You're damaged goods. You're rubbish. You're basura. You better off riding off in the sunset with you and your husband, right? The first gentleman, right? Whatever the fuck that means, right? First gentleman, yeah, first bitch. As far as I'm concerned, he's not but the first bitch. So, throughout this 42-minute long diatribe, in case you were living under a hermit crab, and in case you haven't figured this out yet, I don't like this woman. I don't like this woman. I don't respect this woman. And this woman has no business being nowhere near that position of power. Period. And before anybody want to run their mouth and talk about, oh man, LB, you's being misogynistic. No, I'm not being misogynistic. Why would I have to be misogynistic for? Because I feel she's not qualified when she's clearly proven she hasn't? Don't come in here with that misogynistic shit. I will bat your ass out of here like Ken Griffey Jr. or Sammy Sosa or Vladimir Guerrero. Take your pick. Either way, I'm going to bat your ass out of here. You come in here with that dumbass, stupid ass talking point. How can I be misogynistic? I got daughters, goddammit. And I love my baby girls. So no, I'm not misogynistic. So if you think you can come in here talking that dumbass shit, shut your ass up. Any of you black feminists come in here talking shit, yeah, I'm gonna bat your ass out of here. Because if you come in here, guess what? You're gonna use your fucking brain instead of bringing your ass on YouTube male bashing all the goddamn time. No, you're gonna put some context in why you defending this woman. Because ain't no defending no goddamn Kamala Harris. Woman out here putting black women in jail over a bullshit ass truancy law. And you go defend that? You go defend her? And she's put black women in jail? The fuck out of here. You don't have a leg to stand on. That all need to be said, playboy. I was gonna get some chicken, but fuck that. I had enough chicken tonight. That's all needs to be said. Now, I ain't been this turned up in a while. I lie, because I was turned up on T. Price's channel earlier today. So I was turned up there too, because I don't like these motherfuckers out here parading themselves around like this, something like they're really not. Hey, why ain't the mainstream media talking about this? Why isn't NBC News all over this? Huh? Tiffany Cross, Joy Reid, right? Where the fuck are you two at? Right? Jamil Smith, you black bootleg, where the fuck are you at? You bootlicking sellout, where the fuck are you at? Huh? Huh? Answer me, you motherfucker. Where the fuck are you at talking about this? Bitch. Yeah, you keep your stupid ass over where you at, motherfucker. Talking all that dumbass shit. Talk about Ice Cube need to wait till after the election over. The election over now. Now they won't even talk to the man about Contract for Black America. Where the fuck are you at, bitch? Dr. Jason Johnson, or should I call Dr. Jason Jackoff? Or Dr. Small Johnson. Whatever you want to, whatever makes your biggest sizzle, motherfucker. Where the fuck are you at talking about this shit, bitch? You want to call yourself a doctor? No, motherfucker, you a Dr. Doolittle. All you want to do is sit up here and pop off at the mouth about shit you know nothing about just because you some esteemed doctor. What the fuck? Anybody get a doctor title? You did open heart surgery? No, you didn't, bitch. Fuck out of here. You ain't did no goddamn open heart surgery, motherfucker. All you black bootlicking coons that be on CNN and on MSNBC, don't eliminate. Yeah, when you ain't scratching your nuts and putting up in white daddy face and all that, talk about, hey, what my nuts smell like. Where the fuck are you at talking about this shit? That there's a rift in the White House. You want to sit there and talk shit about critical race theory? They don't teach that bullshit in school. That's all I want to know. But hey, I'm out this bitch, man. Y'all have a good night. Thanks for listening to me rant and rave about this rift in the White House. Smash the like, hit the subscribe. Hey, last thing I'ma say, no tangibles, no vote, no kidding. This your boy. Scream at me. Oh!